Been a wild week for retail earnings for that whole group, separating winners from losers. Take a look at some of the big moves so far this year. It's amazing, really. Crazy. How is that possible? Well, there is actually, it's kind of I see a little bit of a pattern there. Joining us now this morning on set, Telsey Advisory Group CEO Dana Telsey. I mean, digital and, Target, Walmart, these are old stories, but they seem to be getting worse, don't they? What would you do if you were in charge of a department store at a mall? Department
stores are in a lot of trouble right now. They have to figure out how to compete and, frankly, how to offer consumers things that they want to come in and buy. I think one of the things we're seeing with department stores, how do you reduce the assortment apparel? How do you increase the selection of other categories? And you're competing against what you just mentioned before, Walmart and Target, when value and convenience are winning. So they have a rough road ahead of them. Nordstrom's numbers were a positive surprise last night. And think about why. Because of the different innovation techniques they have, whether it's locals, whether it's their loyalty program, it's not just apparel. We've got to move beyond just apparel.
Is it possible for a company like a Macy's or a Nordstrom to just rip off the Band-Aid? And how many stores would they really have to close, do you think?
Well, when you think about it, Nordstrom only has around 116 full-line stores. So they're pretty clean in terms of their...
So that's not the problem with Nordstrom. Then
right.
Is it a overall mall problem with Nordstrom, where they're located? Or?
I think it's the cost of doing business that's higher. And so you have to recalibrate your margins to basically the new sales levels. When you're doing free shipping in some instances, when you're doing the local program, when you're doing delivery, labor costs are involved. And when labor costs are involved, you have to be able to get full price all the time.
You know, the difference is, we spoke with Brian Cornell earlier this week at Target, and he said he's actually able to bring those costs down when you convince people to pick things up in the store, when you use a secondary service like Shipt, the one that they're using. You kind of have to have the stores there, too, in order to make this make sense. So you need the store base, but you also have to figure out a smart online prospect for how to deal with it.
The combination of both. Online pickup in store is your most profitable, and you can get attachment sales as a result of that. When customers shop multiple channels, they typically buy 2 to 3 times more than the single channel.
Right.
So how do you make the store exciting, and how do you basically capture the customer on their phone to get to bring them into the store? That's the conundrum that they're all running into. So differentiated merchandise, exclusive offerings, you're having really targeted emails go out to people, texting them at the same time. And what is all of this about? It's a service offering at the same time. Target and Walmart have the ability on price, and they have the ability on value and convenience in order to be able to offer that. Macy's is figuring it out, and I think they're still figuring it out.
You think they will succeed?
I think it's going to be a tough go over the next couple years. I think they're still figuring out their expense structure.
So would you buy it at Macy's or Nordstrom? Or?
I think Nordstrom certainly has the ability on the top line to show greater acceleration in the near term.
Your favorite retailer is what, Target or Walmart?
The off-pricers are winning. I like the TJXs of the world. I think they're working. I like brands. I think brands are winning. When you see what a VF Corp is doing, when you see what Nike's doing, it's exciting. And I think luxury. I think LVMH and Tiffany, I think that's going to happen.